You come to a bar to drink, me, I meet you patiently, and you agree. I not probably no. I not use anything. The audacity.
I mean, you don't. Do you know who you're speaking to?
If I met you in a religious center, it'd be very hard for me to tell you, let's go home. There are places I'll meet you. It'd be very hard for me to tell you. If I meet you in a bank, I'll not come and tell you, let's go home. I'll have to let's go on a date first. Now I met you in a bar, you are drinking green bottles.
Probably smoking.
Well, probably there are ashtray, by the side, and probably there were like 3 bottles under, because you don't want people to know. You put 3 bottles under, and I sight it from far. You understand? Okay. I'm not saying me, just in case you are watching. I'm just saying example.
For you to gather such morale and approach a girl and tell her about sex immediately, there is something controlling you, and there is this spirit called succubus and incubus. Yes. Okay. Yes. We should go for deliverance. They need to deliver her first from that spirit. Or if she insists to enter into that marriage, nothing will satisfy her except that man.
There's this saying that says, dress the way you want to be addressed. You understand? So how she dressed, going to a bar, taking whatever she took at that spot, made that guy move towards her. There and then, if you really love your man, a guy comes to meet you and say this, and she's already engaged to be married, she would have cut it. In fact, she would have ended it there.
Hey guys, welcome back to Love Checkup with Ella. Of course, you already know that here we dive into the ups and downs of love and relationships. Well, seems like today there's going to be a thin line between love and lust, and it's going to be really blood. Before we get started, I'd like to welcome these wonderful people to this show.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Bibi.
I'm Daniel.
And I'm Sam.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, let's get started. This morning I got an anonymous DM, and she said, Ella, I'm having the worst life encounter right now. It started with a fight, a night out at a bar, and an encounter with a stranger who changed everything. He was tall, dark, and handsome, with piercing eyes that seemed to see right through me. We talked, we laughed, and before I knew it, he made a proposal to me. Not for a relationship, not for love, but for something more primal. He wanted me to be his sex slave, his secret pleasure, his every desire. And I was so tempted. I had this rush of adrenaline and this sheer excitement for my desires to be satisfied. But the thing is, I'm engaged to be married. But my fiancé and I decided to wait until our wedding night to have sex. It's been hard, and we fight about it a lot. One day, we had a huge argument, and I stormed out of the house, ending up at the bar where I met this man. I think I can say that it's unfortunate that I met him the next day after the night, but I swear it was amazing. He knew exactly what I wanted, and we had a mind-blowing sex. It was like nothing I ever experienced. But then he told me he wanted me to be his sex slave, to be available whenever he wanted, without any boundaries. I knew for sure that was not what I wanted for myself, but was still drawn to him. I couldn't deny the connection we had. I told him about my engagement, but he didn't care.
How to sit well.
Okay. Days later, I was talking to my fiancé when the stranger called me. He wanted me to come over. He made it clear that he wanted me to come pantless.
Wow.
I was stunned, but I couldn't. I was stunned, but I couldn't stop thinking about our past encounters. I ended up going to his place, and we had sex again and again. Now I'm stuck. Do I marry my fiancé, stick with a stranger who makes my body tingle, or try having both? I'm torn between love and lust. Help me, Ella. Anonymous. Wow. Okay. This is something.
Ah.
This is something. Okay, Mr. Sam, please.
You're starting with me.
Please.
While I do.
Yeah, because
You know-
I don't know what is wrong with this man. How would you just walk up to somebody you're seeing for the first time in a night bar,
Yeah.
and then you're telling her,
And you're blaming men all of a sudden. What did we do? No, I want to ask, what did we do? You come to a bar to drink, me, I meet you patiently, and you agree. I not point no. I not use anything. The audacity.
I mean, you don't. Do you know who you're speaking
If I met you in a religious center, it'd be very hard for me to tell you, let's go home. There are places I'll meet you, it'd be very hard for me to tell you. If I meet you in a bank, I'll not come and tell you, let's go home. I'll have to let's go on a date first. Now I met you in a bar, you are drinking green bottles.
Probably smoking.
Well, probably there are ashtray, by the side, and probably there were like 3 bottles under, because you don't want people to know. You put 3 bottles under, and I sight it from far. You understand?
Okay.
I'm not saying me, just in case you are watching. I'm just saying example. You understand? And I sight it from far. My mind is already wired that this girl, she has taken this amount of alcohol. She'll be feeling this kind of way. Let me go this kind of way. It's been calculative, and if she falls for it, then it's fine. And remember, she even used the word "I swear." That means that that means all your experience, she swear it was good. So at that level, now it's crazy. But now she's saying, "Help me." Now let's get back to the help parts. Now, the truth is, for me, the way we're seated here, if we leave here after 3 weeks, nobody sits here. They want to come and pick the DNA, or there's this what they do, that they'll come and clean this seat to come and get prints of who sat here. After like 3 weeks, they can still come and get your prints from here.
Yeah.
The body is a moving how do I put it now? Moving memory. It's all filled with memory. Your hands, your legs, your body. I'm not even talking about sexual intercourse. Everything you come in contact with, you are getting memory from there. From this, your body, from your hair, you can get the memory of your forefathers, your ancestors. They can trace you back to thousands of years. Okay. It is because you are an accumulation of mental memory, emotional memory, psychological memory, and all of that. What am I trying to say in essence? Is that anybody you come in contact with, anybody you give your body with, you have to be conscious, because whatever you give comes in. That's how sex works. If I have come in contact with you, I am accumulating so much memory from you that can affect my life, that can affect my future and my destiny. It is quite simple. So for me to her, whatever life you want to have, the choice is yours. If you want to have a marriage and have another memory come and destroy your marriage, it is fine. But if you want to have a beautiful marriage, I will advise you to cut it off. Try as much as possible to keep your body memory as simple as possible, so that you don't have problems in life. Now I think I'm going to call for tithes.
Mr. Dan, please.
First and foremost, I think the lady is possessed. Yes.
Okay.
She's possessed.
Possessed before meeting the man, or possessed after meeting? Okay.
There is something we always fail to understand. Sex is spiritual. And there are some people that you will see, you think that they are just normal human beings. Some people are demonic entity. For you to gather such morale and approach a girl and tell her about sex immediately, there is something controlling you, and there is this spirit called succubus and incubus.
It's okay.
Okay, exist.
Yes.
So some people are.
Please, can you, that stuff you said before, I want to know, what is it again? Succubus,
Succubus
You haven't read
and
it more.
incubus.
Succubus and incubus.
Yes,
Okay. Okay.
Some people are moving succubus and incubus, and the worst thing that can happen to you is to have contact with them. No matter what you experience after that, nothing will amount to what you experience with them. They are just vessels. They are demonic vessel. So that lady is already entrapped. Her spirit, body, and soul, she's entrapped. And if she insists to enter that marriage, believe me, she will always look for that guy. Because what is controlling her is pressure. So what I suggest that she should do first is to go for deliverance. Yes.
Okay.
She should go for deliverance. They need to deliver her first from that spirit. Then when she's done with deliverance, she will watch and see if she's truly delivered before she enter into a marriage. Or if she insists to enter into that marriage, nothing will satisfy her except that man. Nothing.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I've heard what the guys say. They are saying this from the aspect of being the guys.
Okay.
Now, let me say it from the aspect of being a lady, a woman. I'm not in support of the act she did, but we didn't hear the whole story to know what actually happened between she and a guy. Were they having a sex talk, or were they having a kind of conversation concerning sex related stuff, you understand? And she's feeling some kind of way that, oh, this guy might not be able to satisfy me, and she might be, let me use the word, how will I put this word? Yes, she might be saying, because they've not really done it since, you understand, they were waiting to marriage, and she might have this high libido stuff, you understand? So going to the club, why did you go to the club? You have friend's place, you have your friend's place, you have your own house. Actually, she was not in a house, she was in a guy's place, she left her. Why did you go to a club?
It's a bar.
It's a bar. Okay, why did you go to a bar? Okay, you went to a bar, what was she putting on? Because there are so many people, I've never been to a bar, but from what I see from movies or anything, there are so many people that will just go to a bar, maybe after work. So there's so many ladies, they go there to just hang out, they just drink, chill out, dressed well presented, and they sit, take their drink. No guy will come and meet you. You know, there's this saying that says, dress the way you want to be addressed. You understand? So how she dressed, going to a bar, taking whatever she took at that spot, made that guy move towards her. There would have been so many people in the bar, but the guy going to her, then she now succumbing to whatever the advances the guy. There and then, if you really love your man, a guy comes to meet you and say this, and she's already engaged to be married, she would have cut it. In fact, she would have ended it there, and even insults the guy or really curses at the guy, and just yes, and just walk away from there. But she was vulnerable, and she didn't have a say for her to like succumb to that. Then now, you did it once, you did it twice, you did it thrice, and you have a man. And I'm sure after the first encounter, she was always going to meet her man. So that's guilt. Couldn't she have opened up to the guy? I know it's going to be difficult, opening up to her man to say, sorry, this happened. I know it will be difficult, but I think there is this, I don't know. I've had such experience whereby I've done something so bad, and I can easily speak to my partner and say, oh, I did this, and he is forgiving. I don't know how to put
That's
it.
a place where the relationship is open.
Yes, it's open. Yes, it's open.
I don't think they're open.
No, they're not open for them, because if they are, she would have aired her mind to her guy and say, oh, to her husband, this is her husband to be, for crying out loud. And your man and say, oh, babe, this is what I am feeling. This is how I want my sex life to be like. You are going to be my husband. If you're not able to do this for me, do that for me, I might be pushed to go outside, or I might be forced to do something I'm not meant to do, and you will not like it. Have that open conversation with the guy. If it was still meant to be, the guy will forgive you. You understand? He will forgive you, and you people can walk past it. Yes, it might take time, but make sure that that's the end of it. Not first, second, third, and now you're asking for advice from who?
And she came.
You're asking for advice, and the guy called you while you were with your guy.
That you would be a sex slave. That is even the most.
You understand?
The one that boss married the most
I mean-
is when he said you should come without pants. That's just as you're walking, breeze is blowing you.
And you
breeze.
it's not like.
So it's coming.
Well, I think I'll support what he said.
Yes, that
It
she's.
would definitely be a spirit.
Yes.
You get after the
we
first time.
like say, we like say.
There is something I want us to be clear about. There's a difference between restaurant and a bar. As a lady, you can finish work and say, okay, I want to get a drink, but you don't want that kind of disrespect. You can easily go to restaurants and order.
But not all restaurants serve
Fast food
beer.
probably.
I don't think I'm against a lady going to
To a bar, yes.
Mind the way
Yes,
you're
mind the way you're
How
dressed.
she was dressed.
But also, going to a bar is like going to a war front. Do you get?
Yeah.
Bullets will be flying around. So going to a bar, you know that at least 75% of people in that bar are people of, because some are drunk, some are probably taking drugs. So things might happen there. So to just respect yourself, why not just buy the drink and go home and take it?
No. Another point is probably when a civilized society like we are in, everybody should feel safe anywhere they are. You understand? Anybody should feel safe where they are. And like Queen Bibi said earlier, if she doesn't say it now, it might affect the marriage in different ways. One,
It will.
if the man goes out and come back, something happened, he comes back around 8 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. She's already suspecting.
Exactly.
Problem already start. The man just come, maybe he had a stressful day, maybe he had a flat tire somewhere and it's coming in the next minute. Where are you coming from? Is she Abby? Is she Abby? And
start
all of that.
feeling
She'll start
insecure.
because now she
Yeah.
is judging from her own
What- yes,
perspective
her
what
own
she's
perspective,
doing.
yes, what she's
not knowing that
actually
this man is truly clean. And before you know the
Traffic
society,
might hold him on the way. Might be in
the
Lagos.
neighbors will now say men are scum, not knowing that the real
Men are trash.
men are trash, men are being. There's nothing we have not heard as men. It's but if God open his CD and start playing everybody's tape, you see that men are really decent. You know, we are like Nigerian men. Like I would say, Nigerian men, about 60% of us don't cheat. 80% we don't cheat. You understand? It's just allegations and false misrepresentation from various places. You understand? So for me,
Are we going to have this conversation?
no, but
No, we're not going to have this
no, but
You are deviating.
based on what we are saying,
deviating.
but now back to her
No,
for
no,
help.
no, no, no.
Back to her for
What do you
help.
mean?
Back to her for help.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I just said it. I said 60 or 70% of us don't cheat. You understand? We
We're
don't.
not going to have this conversation.
So back to her now. Back to her now. Like I can vouch for me myself. I can vouch for. I know him after work straight home.
Yes.
You understand? Even the cameramen that are behind, I know all of them. So
Okay,
but
so the girl was approached by who?
by a man, she has the authority to say yes or no.
Okay, but it was the same guy you're defending who approached
who
her.
approached her.
said-
No,
and,
yes,
and
yes.
Quote me anywhere. It wouldn't be his first time doing that.
Yes.
He must have done it to so many
So
girls.
many
and it
girls.
happened.
Yes.
Well, not coming from the place of judgment to the girl, she is to be blamed, if I'm to say, because she has the right
Yeah.
to say no.
To say no, yes, she
can-
has the right to say
She
no.
can say no instantly and nothing will happen.
Yeah, true.
You get?
Yeah.
So,
But wait, but do you know that some people go to bar just to get hooked up?
Yeah.
sorry,
One
that's
night-
not the.
no, normally for one night.
True. Some ladies
Yes.
We won't blend that guy to
just like that.
just like that because maybe he's there to offer service, and people and the girls are there. They always appreciate his service. So maybe he's just doing it okay. This is another person that's probably stressed and needs to be helped or relieved.
She told him later on. I understand
That
she does
she's
something that
married.
she was engaged. That she was going to be
Yeah,
married.
she was
He
getting
didn't-
married.
She said he didn't care.
But she's not married.
She's about
He's
to.
about to get married.
About to
It's about to get married. And with the
about
look
to-
of things were already getting serious.
But not yet
but
married.
not yet.
But not yet married, but she's about to.
About to, but not yet.
About to and married is different, you know.
Meet and about to. And when you get a married woman, they're not the
They're
same.
not the same. They're not the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Me, I still feel.
Like from a guy's perspective, you understand where it's coming from.
Yes, but
About to. and you are is two different things.
We are not going to argue this to make.
We're not going to argue. Yes, yes,
they
they
did the right
did the
thing.
right
But you're saying
thing.
from the guy's perspective,
Yeah.
that he can stand his ground because she is not yet married. Maybe we should consider the girl's angle where she has been deprived of something from her.
They agree. They come to they come to a term
yes,
that,
came to
that
an
the both
agreement.
of them are going to get married. Are going to do that copulation at the wedding night. You understand? Which the guy that you people will say is a scum, he kept to his own deal. You understand? And the one that is calling him a scum now,
Yeah,
do not keep.
That's right.
You know,
I think we should talk about the guy, the fiance.
being very faithful,
Let me tell you.
like a normal Nigerian should be. You know,
You see this,
you know.
you see this issue of wait until marriage. The thing that has cost in many homes. You need to know the capability of who you want to marry. You need to. Because if you don't know and you enter and the person is not up to par, there will be problem.
Very true.
But can't you talk about it? If you don't do the act, you can actually talk about
Practical
it.
and theory.
It's
No,
two
no, no,
different
no, no,
things.
no, no, no. If you talk about it,
Yeah.
you get to know the angle the guy is going to be coming from. And the guy gets to know what you like and what you don't like. Then that's where you guys now practice.
Quick, baby. We talk about it. I'll love you to put me on top of the fridge. I'll love you to put me on top of transformer. And after putting your love this now, then 30 seconds. So the problem is, let us try it out now. If it's 30 seconds, if it's 1 minute, if it's 5 minutes,
Okay,
if it's
what
30 minutes,
if
let's
they
know.
try it and out of everything,
Yeah.
the guy is good, the guy is caring,
Yeah.
the guy is that, and that's the only thing.
There's a problem.
Wait, will that now dissolve?
If he goes, hey.
Another angle of that question: what if they try and it's okay, and then she met this guy again?
And see that it's far better than
So what do you think?
what.
And there is somebody who will be better than the second guy.
There's always somebody
who
that is better
in anything.
I have never
Contentment.
seen in this life where they put a podium. They say the first position for best ramen, come and climb. They give you medal. Second, Nakademo take us Nakamio steak. I've never seen before.
You have to be content.
There's nothing like better and best. Be happy and contented. You say, you say,
Contrary to what you said.
no, I'm not going contrary. I'm letting you know. I'm still saying the same thing.
Okay.
I'm still saying the same thing that
Hey.
let us know. Baby, I'm getting married to you. I can do only 15 minutes. Baby, me, I like 20 minutes. Okay, no problem. Take, I go and buy something for you. Start playing with yourself 5 minutes. But once you reach that 5 minutes, then I start for my 15 minutes. Then everybody will meet at the junction. Everybody arrives. Very simple. Very simple. You understand?
Okay.
There's solutions to everything. But like Queen Luby said, communication. If you don't have that communication, then concluding with what he said, practicality. But once we talk, we practicalize it, then we assess. Then after our assessment, we now judge ourselves if we are good to go. Don't play with sex in marriage.
See,
Hey. Very serious something.
I know that before in marriage, there are processes. For instance, let me go cultural. You first go to what is called knocking on the door.
Yeah.
You want to pick a flower?
And you state your reason. I want to marry her. So I saw one hibiscus flower, rose flower, anyone where you see. I saw it in your compound. I want to carry it.
Yeah.
They say okay. Then they will give you a list. Then you will come back again and do what is called one carrying. After that first one carrying, your in-law will send the girl to your house to come and monitor the house and know.
See how it is.
During that time, you are allowed to get to know the girl.
Yeah.
Then our forefathers are very sensible. That is when you will get to know the girl. So if maybe there is something missing, you can just
Pull out straight. Yeah.
So I think you need to. There is reason why that thing was put in place. You need to get to know who you want to marry. See, let me tell you, part of the problem we are having is because we always deviate from the arrangement already made by our forefathers. Let me go cultural a bit. I know that before you get to marry somebody, you first of all do what is called knocking on the door. After that, they will give you list. Then you will do wine carrying. Then they will send the girl to your house. They spend like they call it Izunato, that is 3 weeks. Then after, the girl can come home and decide, I want to marry him or I don't want to marry him. Within that 3 weeks, you are expected to get to know the girl, everything. You get? So that's when you know how strong is this girl in bed, stuff like that.
Very important.
But now we just say, some people will say, we just want this and we just want that. Then when they later get married, they begin to find out that there is sex issue here, and it will end up spoiling the marriage. So let's just keep on all this. Let's just stop this pretending. If you want to marry somebody, get to know the person.
Go straight to
both
the point.
in character, both in mathematics. And if you are marrying a Bible or Calabar person, don't worry, they will deliver.
Okay.
Pulling units. Pulling units. That's not pulling units. Straight.
Okay, thank you so much for your opinions. But she is looking for an advice. I think she's actually stuck. So I think
We've given her.
She shouldn't be stuck. It's clear. You can't continue being a sex slave for a long time. The guy is out. That guy is out to ruin her. So it's better she takes herself out now and stop it. I know it's going to be difficult settling with her own guy. So she should just forget about the marriage with that guy.
Yeah.
Except she decides that she wants to keep it a secret, which is going to haunt her later.
Yeah.
You understand? So she should just forget about the guy she's about to get married to. She should just forget about him. Because no one knows. The way the world revolves, no one knows if the guy in question even knows that guy. They might be in the same office, or they might be in the same club, maybe where they play football, or they might meet in a beer parlor and they start talking and they start discussing about one girl, the girl that he has turned to a sex slave.
Sure.
The story will surely come out. So the best she should do is this: get rid of that guy that is turning you to a sex slave. A slave, we all know the history of slavery. You can't be free. Imagine you are at work, the guy calls you, you quickly take excuse from your and you go straight to go and do the do and come back to work again. No, that is not how it's meant to be. You understand? So she gets rid of the guy and reveal everything to her man. For sure, it's going to be difficult for him to accept her, but she knows that her conscience is now clear. Then she moves on with her life. If the man in question that wants to get married to her sits down and have a rethink and decides to forgive her, though I'm not sure, because in the long run, during the marriage, when they eventually get married, maybe he might get married to her just to fulfill whatever. Yes, you understand. Then later in that marriage, he will be using it against her. So it's just better she just let both of them go. Stay on her own, reflect back. If she needs to have a rethink about her life or whatever, then find somebody else. Then don't make the same mistake you make before. Then that will be all. That's just all.
Anything else to add this?
Quickly. You have one life to live. One life to live. You want to make it miserable. You want to make it happy. The decisions you make is up to you. Now, it's not just about the guy or your husband. What if she now say, okay, let's keep it a secret. Let me get married to him. Let's see how he's going to look like. And she brings in somebody else's baby to this man to train for over 20 years. And after a while, you can't look, say, this child don't resemble. See my ear. See this ear. This ear looks like green bottles. You understand? This ear, because now that she's saying she's a sex slave, there are possibilities that they might be having intercourse without protection. You understand? Slave, I want you to pull this off. I want you to take this. That's a slave.
Slave has no condition.
You have no condition. I have the condition over you. I have the power over you. Now, what if I say I don't want protection anymore? I just want to go in hard on you like that. And I bring in the babies into this house, and this man know that this is my baby here, and this man doesn't know, do you know how traumatic it might be? We've seen people die because of such stuff. So the question is, do you want to have a miserable life? Do you want to have a life where when you're growing old, you're growing with so much joy, happiness? We see how our parents are living so happily because of the decisions they make. So we are now here to make those decisions and not to complain and everything. So all I'm going to say, make the right decisions. Just let it go. Let it go. Wear your pants, please. All right?
Please, do you have any other thing to add for her?
The only thing I would tell her is to just retrace herself,
Simple.
seek the face of God, go to deliverance, and come out to the man that she said she wants to marry, because it's only truth that will set her free. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Your opinions
You're
are
welcome.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And from me, please, to both the people who have made the mistake, the people who are making the mistake right now, and the ones who will make it in future, please, it's not going to lead you to anywhere. Have communications in your relationship. Try out everything that needs to be tried out. From your own belief anyway. Nobody is saying go against your belief or whatever. And then be your own protector. Anywhere you are, just be on guard. Be your own protector.
Be on guard.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. And please, your opinion and advice is much more important. So please drop it on the comment section. Don't forget to like and follow, and also subscribe. See you next time. Bye.